Good morning, everybody. You might have just seen me feature this portable espresso maker with steam wand in my best ways to make coffee while camping video. Now we're making a dedicated video just for this. This is the Bellman CX25P, a portable espresso maker with steam wand allowing you to make lattes or espresso drinks wherever you want. At home, I regularly use the Breville Barista Express, a $700 home espresso maker, so when I found out about the Bellman, I got pretty excited to know that there's a way I can make lattes or make Leslie chai lattes while we're camping or on the go. My goal with this video is to give you a detailed look at this machine and answer any questions that you might have to help decide if it's worth purchasing. I want to give you the best possible idea of what you'd be getting. First, we'll take a look at what comes in the box, and then I will show you how to use it to make a latte, and then I will answer any questions that I came up with before unboxing it. But first, the unboxing. So again, this is the CX25P bundle, which at the time of recording is $279. Their CX25P machine alone is $229, so for the extra $50 you get their tamper, 100 filters, and their milk jug. Their milk jug alone is currently $15, the tamper is $30, and the filters are $10. So with the bundle, if you wanted all three, you save $5. If you wanted to save a few bucks, you could probably find a milk jug on Amazon for like $6 or $7, but I could not find a tamper or the filters the same size, so the bundle's probably the way to go. They also have a similar model to this called the CX25. That's $159, but it does not have the pressure gauge. The pressure gauge allows you to monitor your brewing and steaming pressure, so for that extra $70, you're going to get more consistency and precision with your brewing for better shots. I'm assuming the P in the CX25P model stands for pressure. And then lastly, they also sell just the steamer for $129, so if you're not interested in coffee, but just wanted the steamed milk. But anyways, this is the unit itself, the CX25P with pressure gauge. Then we've got our tamper, our filters, and of course the milk jug. And I forgot to mention it comes with an instruction manual. Now let's figure out how this thing works. First, I want to mention that there's a bit of a learning curve and it takes a little practice to get it right. I've been practicing for about a month and a half and I'm still getting better at it, but I filmed this past weekend to show you how it works. First step, grind the beans. For espresso, you want a finely ground bean. This grinder allows me to adjust for fine or coarse grounds. Then we've got to fill the water to the line of your choosing. Since I'm the only one having coffee, I filled to the bottom line, number 3. Next, we add the filter basket. This is where the coffee goes. And then I just tried to smooth it around a little bit. Then I use the tamper to compact the coffee. I added a filter on top. And now it's time to seal this thing up. By sealing it up completely, this will allow pressure to build up inside the Bellman. That's how the coffee will come out, and that's how you're going to get your steam. So this piece goes on, this is also where the coffee will come out, and then just seal it up real good with this cap. I forgot to mention I added pre-boiled water to the Bellman. You don't have to do this, but it takes a while for the pressure to build up, so this will save you time. For espresso, I'm waiting for the pressure to be at about 2 bars. I was instructed by Bellman that once the unit is up to pressure to open the tap slightly and let it run for 20 seconds. Once a few drops come through, then close the tap for 10 seconds. Then open up the tap slowly and try to get a steady stream. I feel like I still need to work on getting that steady stream of coffee. Despite that, look at that, espresso. Now it's time to steam the milk. Make sure the coffee tap is closed. Then we do a quick purge of the steamer to remove some of the hot, wet steam, and then onto the steaming. My biggest struggle has been the steaming. At first, I keep getting the milk to bubble up, but then it does get a little bit better as I go. When I started learning how to do this on my Breville, it did take me a couple months to get it right, so I'm not worried about it. Definitely not perfect, but getting better. Not bad. And the best part, the pour. Well, actually, this is the best part.
That's a good latte.
Okay, never mind. This is the best part. I figured I'd also show you the cleaning process. Before opening it up, make sure the pressure gauge is down to 0. Also be careful because the unit gets hot. But we remove the lid, take out the filter basket. You can see since I only made 1 espresso, there's a lot of leftover water. But just toss that in the trash, give everything a rinse, dry it a little, and I like to keep a paper towel inside just to help absorb the water. And that's it. Let me give you my thoughts. My first test of this was at home 2 days after I got it, and I wrote down some of my initial impressions, so I'm going to start with that. 1, it takes a while for water to boil in there, so it's best to put hot water in the Bellman, but like I mentioned earlier, you don't need to. Number 2, it gets very hot right away, so while camping, I might have to wait a little bit longer before being able to put it away because of how hot it is. Number 3, I thought right away that it was very smart that their tamper came with this hole in it, so you can use the tamper while the coffee is in the Bellman, even with this big metal piece sticking up. Next, I had said right away that I knew it was going to be a learning curve to maintain the proper pressure. Also, when I was showing you how to use it, I mentioned that the coffee kind of spewed out a little bit. It was much worse the first time I used it. Same thing with a steamer. I definitely made a mess the first time, but now I'm just more trying to fine tune to get the right texture. And then lastly, the first coffee I ever made on it was actually pretty good, considering it didn't look the best necessarily. So those were my initial thoughts. Let's get into some of my thoughts now that I've been using it for over a month. So at this point, I've now used it about 5 or 6 times, and here are some of my thoughts in no particular order. Number 1, like I mentioned already, I've definitely improved, but I still need to work on getting that steady stream of coffee. Number 2, when you fill the water in the Bellman, you can fill it to one of the lines that are in there, either 3, 6, or 9. They advertise you can brew anywhere from 3 to 9 shots of espresso, so I'm assuming those lines correlate with the number of shots of espresso that you want to make. Typically, I will be the only one having espresso since Leslie does not drink coffee, but I was advised by Bellman that the 3 line is the minimum. You need to fill the water to at least the 3 line. I asked Bellman about that, and they said if it's filled below the 3 line, it can lead to dry boiling, which can damage the internal seals. So better to be safe than sorry. Number 3, I'm not sure if the filter is necessary. Even in their video that I watched, it sounds like it's optional, but might help to keep things a little cleaner. I use them since I have them, but when they run out, I probably won't order more. Number 4, the unit is super small, making it very easy to travel with. I will only be using it when we're camping, so I love how easy it is to pack and bring with us. I could see this being amazing for full-time travelers who want to make their own espresso but can't travel with a full-size unit. And number 5, with that being said, it is time-consuming to make. So on my Breville, it takes me about 10 minutes to make myself an espresso latte and to make an extra steamed milk for Leslie's chai. The Bellman takes a little bit longer, primarily because of the amount of time the pressure takes to build up inside. Because of this, we're probably only going to be using it on mornings at the campsite that are going to be relaxing mornings, on mornings that we're going to be wanting to get out of the campsite quickly. It's probably going to take a little bit too long. Number 6, the quality of the latte is actually extremely close to that of the Breville. I really am impressed with that. For a tiny unit like this that costs $279 to make a latte that close to the quality of a home unit that costs $700 is really impressive. At first, $279 for this sounds kind of expensive, but when you compare it to a home unit that costs $700 and the quality is that close, it's actually not that bad. And lastly, I kind of feel like there's less that could go wrong with the Bellman because there are no electric or automatic components. Just make sure to wash it and keep it clean. Okay, and before we wrap up, I just want to try to answer some of the questions I had before I got my hands on the Bellman. Number 1, can it be used on any type of stovetop? I got this answer directly from Bellman. It can be used on gas, electric, ceramic, and induction as long as it's compatible with 304 grade stainless steel. They even say it can be used over a campfire, but I don't think that I would trust doing that because I think it would be harder to regulate the temperature. Number 2, can it make regular coffee or just espresso? I don't think it would be worth buying it if you just want to make regular coffee because there are a lot of less expensive and easier ways to make coffee. But if you already have it, you can use the different filter baskets to adjust how much coffee you're putting in, and then you can adjust how much water you're putting in, so that way you can adjust the strength of the coffee that you're getting out. Number 3, is it actually compact and easy enough to bring camping? Yes, it's actually even smaller than I thought. I know they have the dimensions online, but I didn't really measure it out. But yeah, it fits perfectly in the deck drawers and super easy to just keep in there for whenever we need it. Number 4, is it durable enough for frequent transport? So at first I was a little worried about this, especially the steam one because of the way it sticks out. But the stainless steel it's made with is extremely strong, and I've had it, like I said, in the deck drawers. I've kept it in the truck for about a month, and we've been on some pretty rough roads, pretty bumpy roads, and it's been fine. I'm not worried about it anymore. Number 5, this is the last question I have for now, and I think it's extremely important. How important is the pressure gauge? So I truly don't know how I would use this Bellman without the pressure gauge. I'm kind of surprised that they even sell a version without the pressure gauge. I mean, once it gets to 2 bars of pressure, that's when I open up the coffee to let the coffee come out. That's kind of where you want it for espresso. I don't know how you would know when it's ready without it. I guess open it up and test it out. It's definitely an extra cost, but in my opinion, it's mandatory to get the pressure gauge. I just don't know how you would know when it's ready for espresso or when the pressure is ready for the steamed milk without having the pressure gauge. If you're between the two, I would definitely recommend getting the one with the pressure gauge. I'm sure there's something I missed, but that's about all I can think of for now. It's definitely not perfect, and there's definitely a learning curve. I'm still in it, but based on my research, this is the best and possibly the only way to make espresso and steamed milk on the go without needing a machine with power. And it really does make a good latte. If you have any questions, please leave a comment below. If you found this video helpful, hit that like button and consider subscribing to my channel. That's it for now. Thanks for watching. See you next time.